Hello, it's Janet here from Green Urban Living. Just showing you our newly hatched Japanese quail. These guys hatched yesterday, so they're just under 24 hours old, and I've just transferred them to a little home brooder that I've made, which, as you can probably see, is a large plastic bin. I put it in our laundry because it's a nice sort of warm, draft-free place. And then I hang a 60-watt bulb very close to the floor as a heat source for the quail, so the quail will sit under there to keep nice and warm. I've put some newspaper on the floor and then a little bit of straw. It's really important to find a surface for them that's not going to be slippery, so it just lets them get their feet strong and walking around. And then I feed them chick crumbles and of course some water. So when you put them into the brooder, it's a good idea to actually physically show them where their food and their water is, and I do this by gently picking them up. Here's a little guy here, and then just bringing them over to the water and just dipping their beak in, just so that they know where the water is and where the food is too, and then they'll get the hang of it and they'll start feeding themselves. When they're this young, I also put a woolen blanket over the top here of the bin, just to keep them really nice and warm. And another really good idea is when they become about 3 or 4 days old, they actually can get quite agile and they can jump quite high. So over the top of the bin I will put a bit of bird netting, frost cloth, or even some chicken wire, just to make sure that they can't jump out of the bin and fall out onto the floor and get cold and die. So they need this heat source for at least 2.5–3 weeks, until they're fully fledged, until they've grown their adult feathers, and then they can be moved into a larger run. And the light I keep on all day, so it's 24 hours a day as the heat source, and making sure they've got lots of fresh water and food. So there you go, that's just a very simple way of how I make a brooder for my little Japanese quail.